Hi, Jeff here today to talk to you about the energy medicine routine for the Healing Circle ceremony. So what I want to do here is just give you a quick preview of what the energy medicine exercises look like and maybe what they can do for you while we're doing them. But we won't do the full amount of repetitions that we'll do in an actual ceremony. So to begin, we would just have you standing tall and proud like this, and then we'll just give you an opportunity to think of releasing or letting go, and that can happen through a process of just shaking or wiggling. You can think of shaking out your legs or shaking out your arms or your feet or your hands or your chest or your backside. If you want, you could shake your head. You can open up your mouth and extend your tongue and kind of let things go. Just to think of it as loosening or letting go of any stagnation of energy in the body, anywhere in your limbs or in your auric field, your energy body, your subtle energy body around you. So that'll be that. Then we'll next proceed into cleansing breaths. Those will be done by as three. From that standing position, have an inhalation to let the arms come up overhead, and an exhalation to let the hands pass down in front of you. And we'll repeat through that 3 times. And you can think of each of those being a deeper cleansing, in that maybe your hands acting like the water coming out of your shower head. That is just washing like your physical body, your mental, emotional body, or your spiritual body, and giving you an opportunity to release or let go of those spaces within yourself as well. And then we'll look to activate our hands. I do have a separate video that has given more detail on activating your hands for sensing and playing with energy. But for here, I'm just going to preview all 4, and depending on the ceremony you're attending, we may use 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. But just to look at them quickly, we'll just do the shakeout of the hands, that is. Shaking those. Great. And then we'll go to the flexion extension of your hands, opening, closing. Right. Nice full flexion or extension of fingers. And then we can go to the nail bed rubbing. So that's activating the ends of the meridian lines through the fingers, fingertips, that is, end points and start points. You can include your thumbs in there too if you'd like to chafe the thumbs along one another. And then lastly, we'll just have a big clap and then rub the hands. As you're rubbing the hands, again, you're just stimulating good energy flow. And then you're going to separate your hands and just try to sustain or maintain some of that energy you're sensing or feeling. And we'll move right into connecting heaven and earth, which would be to send one hand as high as you can and side bend, and send the other hand as low as you can. So you're thinking of the base of one hand high and the base of the other hand low, stretching out through your whole side body. And all the while, you can still try to sense through your hands what you just generated. And then we'll take an inhale to reach and slightly hold the breath, and then an out breath to exchange. Now, if your preference is looking up or down or straight ahead, any head position is totally acceptable. It's just a means of stretching the body, opening, and the stretched out muscle tissue in the body allows for more energy exchange, energy release, for movement or for producing healing or any of that aspect, but also for releasing any stagnation within a muscle tissue. So longer, leaner muscles can store and hold more energy potential for you for throughout your day. After connecting heaven and earth, we'll move into a cross crawl. So we'd be holding your hands. It's like an exaggerated march. And you would look to bring your hand to the opposite knee. And so you're looking to generate a little bit of twist or a little bit of rotation in your trunk or side flexion on your body to get there. Just to get more movement through the body. Again, those movements will help bring or create energy potential through the body. And the hands crossing through your midline. Great for connecting right side, left side hemispheres of the brain. Or you could make it bigger if you'd like, by drawing the opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Again, helping to harmonize energies through your system, right side, left side, with that cross patterning. Okay, from a cross crawl. Then kidney 27 point, I'll just come a little closer to our camera here. So K27, that's the kidney meridian, and the 27th is the final point, the end point on that meridian, which comes up from the feet and up and ends at the collarbones, bottom of your collarbones. So if you follow the bottom edge of your collarbones forward and in, you'll find a bit of a hollow. And then if you drop down just slightly, like a centimeter down from that hollow, you could steeple several fingers together, and in those you can tap. in and around there. And the tapping on the body is just encouraging energy flow or nourishment to come to those spaces and places. So kidney meridian, good for cleansing and cleaning things up. If we're doing healing, maybe we're helping to cleanse and clear things up for healing purposes. So there'll be some tapping on that kidney 27 point. Excellent. And then we're going to move into heart-held squat. So heart-held meaning just cross your hands over your chest or your heart. If you want to stay centered right over your sternum, that's fine. But if you literally want to go slightly off-centered over your heart space, you can think of your palms overlapping there. Your thumbs can touch, and you can think of your hands almost like a butterfly, right? This beautiful butterfly there. And so what you're doing then is just bringing some attention to the heart itself in the means of healing, which we're looking to do in the healing ceremony. And the heart and its essence and what the heart represents is in that self-love and self-worth concepts behind that lend to greater success in your healing as well. So this is why we're placing our hands over the heart. And then what we're going to look to do is a squat, a basic squatting pattern. But we want to really, at this point, begin to slow your breathing pattern down to help bring your whole system, heart and brain, into a nice coherency of heart and brain. And in that, you become in a greater state for sending and receiving healing energies as well. So handheld heart squats. So squat, heels roughly hip width apart, and you can think of your toes and your knees if straight ahead are 12. Your knees and feet are at about 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock as you squat down to sit your bum back or sit your hips back. And to stand, to be an out breath on the downward motion and an in breath on the upward motion. So the down motion, we're going to look at a 8 count down. So what we're looking to do is have the exhalation in your breathing pattern be longer than the inhalation. And then we're going to look to add a small segment of holding your breath. Okay? So it'll be an inhalation for roughly a 5 count, and then a hold of your breath for roughly a 3 count, and then an exhalation at a 8 count. That exhalation, the inhalation ideally comes in through your nose, definitely, to keep your parasympathetic system, that rest and relaxation, rejuvenation system turned on to top notch. And also when you're breathing out at a longer exhalation than you have on the inhalation, you're also cueing the vagus nerve traveling down through the neck there, cueing it to stay calm and relaxed and in a great space to cue and turn on your vital organs and vital energy sources for healing purposes. So the exhalation, you could think of the exhalation happening as if you were, so the in-breath through the nose, the out-breath can come out the mouth if you'd like, almost like you're blowing or exhaling through a straw, so that you could just have slightly pursed lips for a nice long exhalation. So see if we can get one here. Starting then, well, I'll do an inhale here to start. And now going down at an 8 count on that out breath. Ready? Breathing out. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Out breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding. 2, 3. So some pattern like that where the exhalation is happening longer than the inhalation. And and then that little section of holding your breath there is putting you in a little bit of a stress state, but remaining calm within that stress state, right? Where there's no breath happening, but cueing the brain, cueing the heart, cueing the mind, everything to be calm and relaxed and in a nice coherence and not worked up at all. Okay? And then we're looking to, you've got 2 left, weave, a Celtic weave motion or weaving patterning. So in our healing circle ceremony, in the process of that, we want to think of the arm gesturing as working in your auric field, your energy field around you, and that you're weaving like an energy cocoon. And within that cocoon, you're going to look for that transformation or that metamorphosis of this challenge or this place of need that you may have, or place of healing that you've identified coming into the ceremony, that as you weave yourself inside this beautiful energy cocoon, then you'll be prepared to, within that cocoon, just like a butterfly transforming or a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, to emerge from the chrysalis or cocoon after the fact to be more visually beautiful than prior. So you can think of your place of need as being that caterpillar, moving slow, stuck, or stagnant with energy, and then we're weaving ourselves within that cocoon, and during our healing process, we are then allowing that metamorphosis or change to occur, letting that place of need become a place of harmony and peace and relaxation, or letting go process, and then we're emerging, just like I say, like a butterfly, and you're feeling more vibrant, open, and beautiful from a place of need to a place of harmony. So you can literally, if you'd like, you could think of your hands being held and like you've got an energy ball or a basketball in your hands. You can create figure 8 patterns or side to side patterns, and you're looking to just weave your hands around your whole space in front of you, on your sides. You maybe want to turn around and do some behind yourself, like you're making this whole cloak or this whole cocoon. If you like this motion of crossing your hands as if your hands had needles, or what are those called for knitting needles? And you could get down low and then around your feet. So any of that patterning you'll be welcome and invited to do, whether it's that side to side flow, or whether that's over the top or over to under, or out big and out small, all over, around your head, around your sides, around your front, around your back, around your feet. And we'll take a good solid minute or two to allow yourself to envision building this beautiful cocoon around yourself, bringing you into a nice place of safety, where then we'll look to begin that healing process. And the last thing, once we're inside our beautiful energy cocoon, the last thing we're going to do is a zip up, which is tracing your central meridian from pubic bone up along the neck to your bottom lip and letting the arms flow around. I encourage you to add an I am statement in this part. So potentially, and as done in a group fashion, you're likely going to want to keep this private, so you can just speak this mentally to yourself. I'll speak it out loud to give you an example. As I trace from the bottom up, I might internally say, but I'm going to say here out loud, I am ready to heal. I am open to healing. I am grateful for the healing to be done, or any statement along those lines. So what if you want to leave it, word it differently? That's totally up to you, or you could just leave it out. But tracing that central meridian conception vessel from its natural flow from below to up, we're just encouraging the energy flow through it, and it helps to nourish all the other meridians in your energy system as well when we do that. So it really brings you in a nice positive energy state, and then that'll be the closure of the energy medicine routine, and then we'll prepare to move along after that. So when we meet, we'll review a few some of these tidbits in person, but otherwise there gives you a little more understanding coming in, knowing what you're going to be getting into. And if you like what you've learned in this, and when you experience it, you could totally turn this into a daily little energy routine if you like. Like if you like 3 or 4 of these exercises, you like the whole thing, maybe you take 5 or 8 minutes to do it yourself daily, just to keep your energies flowing in a really positive way. All right, that's it. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you back again sometime soon. That's it. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.